Okay, brilliant. So let's get started. This video is really much about something I learned about a week ago, and it's really helped me, and I think it's gonna help you too if you sort of like pay attention. This is about Twitter marketing, and over the past week, it's really changed. It's made a big impact on my business. So I think that it could help you as well if you're not using Twitter and you still want to generate leads for your primary business or for your actual business that you're into or for your network marketing company, whatever you want to use it for. Twitter, I love it because one, is fast paced, two, it doesn't take a lot of time for me to connect on Twitter, and three, is so easy to automate. I can integrate Twitter into anything I want to integrate it into. My Facebook, my LinkedIn, my Twitter is on my blog, everywhere. I've got my Twitter account. So today I'm just going to be sharing with you what I learned from one of the top industry leaders who were making five, six figures a month. Um, and then I'm sure this is going to be very helpful for you as well. So come with me, and then I'll run you through just a 10 minutes presentation, and I hope you learned something. All right, see ya. So how would you like it? Let me ask you one quick question. How would you like it if I could show you the simplest way to generate your leads off Twitter with nothing more than 15 to 20 minutes a day? I mean, in addition to what you're currently doing for prospecting or your lead generation. Twitter, one thing I like about Twitter is fast paced. Um, it's very quick, doesn't take any time. I started using this strategy just about a week. My Twitter account had nothing more than 5 followers, and now after a week, I've got around about 270 something followers, and I've also got out of that, I've got like 20 something people that have visited my Facebook page, and out of that, I've got around about 10 people that have liked it, 10 to 12 people that have liked it, and about 3 or 4 that has become leads just in the past week. So it's a good strategy. I think it really works. You don't have to spend anything more than 20 minutes a day if you really want to follow this. So come with me, and then I'll just take you through. I learned this strategy from Ray Higdon, and it's really been very helpful. So I hope it helps you well as well. Right, so this is my Twitter address. You can actually um, send me a tweet or follow me, and then I'll follow you back. Definitely, I always follow people back, and then so that we can connect and see what we can do on Twitter. So secret Twitter marketing. So yeah, so go follow me. I'll follow you back. Right. Why Twitter? First of all, that's what I want to cover. Now, Twitter has been around since 2006, so it's been around for quite a while. So you find that it has a lot of members in it. Twitter marketing has been overlooked by a lot of marketers. Are not almost everyone is said about Facebook, and a lot of people are trying to do Facebook and they're doing it really wrongly. Um, and there are a lot of people too are spamming on Facebook. So it's the best thing if you can get on Twitter and you will do it right. If you do it right, you will get the results. Okay. And like I said, even though Twitter has a lot of marketers on there, a lot of people are still not doing it right. I mean, there are some people I stopped following them on Twitter. I just don't follow them anymore. Okay. So why Twitter marketing? One, I think it's very effective. It goes straight to the point. It doesn't waste any time. And besides that, Twitter is on the top 10 most visitors website in the world. So when you take the top 10 websites in the world most visited, Twitter is in the top 10. So it has a lot of people, and it has a lot of marketers. So for people like me, it's great stuff. I think I started falling in love with Twitter about a few days ago, and it's been a blast since then. So it's also a great business community. Because you find a lot of marketers, there are a lot of people, great people out there in Twitter. I've got a few people who followed me onto Facebook, and they've also become friends on Facebook. So really great stuff. You want to look into Twitter, definitely. And Twitter does not need too much time. I mean, I could, sit here and send a tweet whilst I'm doing this, or I could sit here in a training, and when I hear something, I just grab my phone and I tweet about. I just send a tweet straight away, and it goes onto Twitter from my phone. So it's one of the easiest things to do. It doesn't take any time, any of your time. So you really want to focus on that as well. So because it doesn't take anything more than 20-30 minutes a day for me to do this. But there's a bad news and there's a good news on Twitter. Now, the bad news first is that on Twitter, you find, if you've been on it for a while, almost everyone is selling something on Twitter. Almost everyone. I get a lot of, direct messages with a link to a sales page or something. So it's a lot. And people are not clicking links anymore on Twitter because they know it's going to land on a sales page. Okay, so that's one thing you want to keep in mind. But the good news is that almost everyone is selling something. Think of it. If everybody is doing the same thing and you tend to do something directly opposite, you do get a lot of attention, right? Yeah, so that's what happens. I mean, if everyone is marketing or selling something on Twitter, just do the direct opposite. Don't sell anything. Don't paste your links to sales pages. And people will start noticing you. Why is this guy not selling anything? I mean, when you go onto Twitter, most of the leaders on Twitter, they don't sell anything. They just put quotes and then they direct people to their websites or something. It's not sell. It's always about building relationships. Okay, and it makes you stand out. So that's the good news. Now there are some things to do on Twitter. One, you have to make sure when you open your account, in case you don't have one, write a very friendly bio that relates to people, something that people can connect with. Okay, like father of two, or like I live in UK, London. Someone can relate with that, or I am this and I do this. It's quite open and quite friendly. People like connecting with that, and friendly photos always helpful. There's an example of Ray Higdon's page. It's I learned this from Ray Higdon, so I think that it's only fair to use his page. And as you can see, it's got a very simple message: father of two boys, EMT, member of MLSP, number one income earner in my MLM, overall good dude. So it's really a very friendly kind of bio. Is nothing complicated. And then if you can see down here, he's got a link to his blog. So you want to create a link to your blog, or it shouldn't be a sales page, please, because when people click on that and they realize it's a sales page, some people will just stop following it. I do that because when I notice someone is just putting sales pages all over, I just stop following that person. Okay, so the do not rules, which goes back to the same thing. Do not sell anything. The aim is to connect. I was meant to write don't sell. Aim is to don't sell. The aim is to connect and speak to people, because every business is about people. So you want to connect with people first. Okay, and don't place links in sales pages in your bio. I've mentioned that already. So when you do that, some people will stop following you. They're really serious marketers. They won't follow you anymore. If you do that, you get people that come in to make a buck or two and then just get out of the system and then come back. You're not building a solid business. Okay, so the basics. Basics is this. First, if you do an ad sign with the Twitter name or someone's Twitter name, that is called a mention. And when you do a mention, what that means is that you are speaking to the person openly. Everybody gets to see that you're speaking to that person. So it has its own advantages and disadvantages sometimes. But most people would acknowledge an open mention. If you mention someone or you're mentioning a lot of people and they're not responding or saying, thanking you for the mention or stuff like that, it means that there's something definitely wrong about your page. You need to check out. Maybe the videos Twitter is pulling from YouTube are not good, or maybe something. I remember I had problems with my videos from YouTube, so a lot of people were not returning my mentions, so I had to go and disconnect it and change all the videos, and then it started picking up again. Okay, so and the D, when you do a D and then the person's name, it's a direct message, and there's like a private message. It's just like inboxing someone on Facebook. Okay, so rule of thumb, you need to be attractive when you're doing Twitter marketing. Okay, attraction marketing, the principle of attraction marketing is very, very simple. Some people don't get this, but it's just leading with value. Just like this video, it's free. This video training is free. I'm not charging a penny for it. I'm not asking you to click a link or anything. It's just I'm giving you valuable content. So you want to lead with valuable content and draw people in. And then when people come next to you and they see what you're doing, most of them will connect with you. People buy people, not things. So when they connect with you, they are most likely to take an action. Okay. And you want to share valuable content. The best thing I found is quotes. Okay, most people retweet quotes from the leaders in. I retweet quotes from what's his name, Robert Kiyosaki and Tony Robbins almost all the time. And when I read a book or I read a motivational book, I get something really inspirational. I just tweet about it. My Twitter is connected to my Facebook anyway, so when I put something anyway, it still reflects. So it's also good. Now, the best way to use Twitter is to use automation. Now, the things you want to automate in Twitter is you want to automate your following. Okay, so in case you're getting into Twitter, you want to automate people that follow you. So when someone follow you, you automatically follow them back. Because what I do is that it doesn't look good on someone if they follow like 3 million people and they are only getting 10 followers. Then something is really not right. So when I follow people for a while, they don't follow me. There's a tool I'm going to show you in the next video. I just go into that tool and I unfollow them because they are not bothered to follow me back. So there are some people that I'll just stop following. There are some people, yeah, fine, like the leaders and stuff like that. You want to be in those circles. And it's the same when you don't follow people back. Sometimes they just tend to forget about you. Okay, so you want to automate your direct messages. So when someone follows you, you want to send them a direct message to say, hey, thank you very much for the follow. Please connect with me on Facebook. Let's keep the conversation going or something like that. You're really cool. Thanks for following me. Stuff like that. You can do it on direct messages, but the best thing to do is to automate it. When I started, I was doing it manually. And when someone followed me, I had a template text that I will go and copy and then just change the name and then send it to the person. But then it got to a point I was having sort of like 20, 50, 100 followers, 20, 50, 100 followers a day means that I have to go back and then it can take a time. So if you can automate it, it's good on you. You want to also automate your mention. So when someone mentions you, you want to automate it. I'm going to show you tools that you can use for this. That's a very cool tool you use for all that. And then don't automate your tweets. Your tweets are very personal messages and you don't want to automate them. So that's just about automation. You want to automate as much as you can, but never automate your tweets. Okay. So automation tools and how to use them. Now I don't want to keep this video more than 10-15 minutes. So I'm gonna give you some really cool tools, things that you can really use for automation that will help in your Twitter marketing and speed things up for you whilst you focus on other things. So watch out for the next video and I'll touch base and I'll speak to you later. Thank you. Bye.